Alrighty, good morning. So today we are day 16. Sorry about the mix-up yesterday. Golly gee, what a wally. Anywho, hopefully we've got some sound. I've done the sound test and done all those checks, so everything should be hunky-dory. So for today, if you have, we're going to use some ankle weights and a stretchy band. So we'll just come down to the mats and pop those little ankle weights on. So today I'm driving up to Gawler, going to be doing a bit of a, I don't know what you call it, like up at the Goodness World Festival. So doing a bit of a showcase of the B class up there. So that's all the way up an hour's drive from Cherryville. So that should be a bit of fun. All right, so we'll come on to, yes, just doing a little bit of a workout before we go. So rolling on down. Oh, we'll just start off with some little roll downs and rolls up. Oh, behind the legs as you lift on up. Little roll down, big reach, and then a roll on up. Nice, we'll go for 3 more here. Oh, and up. And then last one, roll back on down. So really working through that spinal articulation, belly flat to the floor, lift the legs up into tabletop. Of course, if you don't have ankle weights, you can still do this class. So what the ankle weights are going to do is they place a little bit more pressure on the abs when you do those toe taps. All right, just keep that action going, keep those little toe taps moving, and yeah, just thought Ollie needed to come in through the side door, but he's all fine. Very, very good. So belly flat to the floor, we tap down and lift. Down and lift. The tummy work, just to begin. We've got 3 and 2 and 1. Bring those legs into table. Let's roll on up. We're going to take a little side plank here. So stacking all the alignments here. So elbow under shoulder. And find that length through the neck. Often folk tend to squeeze into the top side of the neck, so find that length through the back line. And that your neck spine is connected to your back spine. I know it's an obvious kind of thing, but you want to continue to focus on that length. Sometimes we also look down towards our hips, and that can strain into the neck too. Just going to do another 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold, little hold here, stretch that top leg, and we do lift and lower here. So I want you to really think about having that top leg directly in that parallel. So if you were to flex your foot, those toes would be pointing directly towards me. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and hold. We'll hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll straight away come over to the other side into that side plank. So forearm down, stacking again, finding that length, lift and lower. Nice. Side planks are really good little add-in to your daily workout. They help build your oblique strength. So the obliques kind of work with rectus abdominis, which is I call it the saggy six-pack. For those of you that might be doing this video, if you're young enough to remember Ridge from The Bold and the Beautiful, my mum used to call him saggy six-pack. And here's wife Brooke, Miss Clipboard. It's always a bit of fun. This is my slightly less confident side, so I'm just doing a few more on this side. 2 and 1. Okay, hold that side plank, stretch the top leg, and we lift and lower. Up and down. Find that length. So back to the side planks and the reason why they're so good is they help build your oblique strength, but they also kind of work and talk to transverse abdominis, your deeper core muscles. You're going to hold that leg on up, and it helps, and your transverse are your closer muscles towards your spine that help corset and keep your spine nice and steady, and lower down. Golly gee, that was a bit hard. Now we're going to come back onto our back and see whether those table chops feel a little easier to maintain that belly flatness to the floor. Oh, what a difference. Yeah. They're kind of awake, so they're working with the rest of the body. It's like putting on a corset without the laces or the clips or the buttons. That's it. Look into those little toe taps, maybe the head rests in the hands. That's it, we've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1 little hold here. The 3, 2 and 1. Hands behind the thighs. Come on up, we're coming onto all fours now and dropping back down onto the forearms if you have anything wristy going on. If not, stay up on the hands. We're going to try and maintain this nice neutral pelvis here and lift the back leg up and down. So imagine you could balance a cup of tea on your sacrum. I'm not quite sure why you would want to balance a cup of tea on your sacrum, but imagine you wanted to and you needed to turn into a table. I want you to keep that back nice and neutral. That's it. Good. Keeping that heel close towards the bottom. Give another 4, 3, 2. Little pulses up here for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2. Little hold, little squeeze. Then keeping that neutral, you're going to draw the knee in as close as you can. Take the leg out to the side. Take it back and behind and down. Going 3 in each direction. So knee comes in without that lumbar flexion. Open the leg out to the side. Heel back to the sky and lower. 1 more here, knee to the chest without flexing. Open out to the side, heel to the sky. And lower, reverse it, heel to the sky, knee opens out, knee comes around without moving anything else except for the range that you have in your hips. 1 more in that direction, so up and the leg out and around. Well done. Let's come off those hands, a little bit harder with the ankle weights. Mine are only 0.5s, but good. Let's go the other side. I'm going to come this way. All right. Stack everything up. Tabletop, cup of tea. Press the floor away and we lift and lower. Here he is. Woohoo! Up and down. Oh, like grease lightning. Up and down. You are 4. So the other thing to be mindful of here is to not lean off to your supporting leg side. So you might actually, I'm lifting and lowering my left leg, so press the left hand. Same hand of the leg that is moving a little bit firmer into the mat. Good. Next time the leg is there, little pulses up for 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little hold. And then draw the knee on in, without flexing. Open out to the side, circle it back up and down. So out to the side, and lower. 1 more. And lower. Reverse. So heel comes up, out to the side, and lower. Last time, up, out to the side, and down. There's one more. And left. Drop belly in. And lower. Oh. Okay. Good job. Ooh. All right, that bottom's definitely nice and warm. Last little bit, we're going to drop onto, it's like a high, might actually do it here, onto a high side plank. You can modify by dropping down onto the forearm, and we're just going to lift and lower this leg to the side. Now this is going to work glute max a bit more here. Ankle weights adding that extra bit of je sais quoi. I know I say that completely the wrong way, but anyway, that's all part of the fun of it. The long leg here. Ankle weights adding in that extra bit of challenge. You've got 5, 4, 4, and 3, and 2. Hold it up on the last one. And come back through center. One more time. Other side. Stretch the leg out long, hand to the hip, find that length, and we lift and lower for 10, 9. Again, with this, make sure your knees stacked underneath your hip. It's going to feel a little nicer. The muscles around the hip joint. That's it. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. The last one, little hold. And, oh, good job. All right. Last little bit of work through those hips. Oh my goodness. Take those ankle weights off. I'm going to work with a little bit of external rotation and some hamstrings. All right. So pop those away so they're ready for next time. And so the band now is going to come around your legs and just above your knees. Now, no band, no worries. You can do this without the band. It's all good. So lying on the side. Ooh. So at this time, knees towards the long edge of your mat, heels slightly back so they're in line with your bottom. We're going to start off by pressing the bottom leg firmly into the mat. Squeeze the heels together for the climb up and down. A little bit of external turn out here, so turning the leg out. But the goal here is to keep the hips still. I'm going to go for 10 here. What I like to do is place my top hand on my hip bone, and you'll feel the muscle working. Feel the muscles working. This works glute medius, but also glute max, where it connects to the bottom of your pelvis. I can only do 2 more. That's it, 1 and 2. Right, here you're going to lift and lower that leg up and down. I'm actually going to bring my shins parallel to the mat now for this one. So up and down. I'm going to do 4, 3, 2. A lot of hip work in one session. Oh. And hold. Just to hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Well done. Onto your belly. And I'm going to take that band over the knees. Just take a little listen carefully for this one. So this one's going to work the hamstrings. So it's going to stay around the arch. It's going to be around the arch of my left foot and the ankle of my right foot. Up down onto the forearms, push the floor away so you're nice and strong and steady in the upper back. And they're going to push the back leg out and in. So try not to lean over to your right side. You're hovering the left knee. And then what the band does is it creates this line of resistance. You can't divert from either left to right. Keep that back nice and steady. Cup of tea is balancing on that hip again. We're just going for 3 more. That knee's hovering and the leg is pushing back long. 2. And then last 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and release. While we're here, just swap the band. 4. That is strong. Strong after all that other work. All right, find your neutral again. Bands around the arch of the right foot, and we're just going for 10. And 9. Exhale as you stretch. Continue there for 4, 3, 2, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and down. Nice. Swing on round. Band comes back over the knees. I'm just going to have a little sip of my coffee, not my cup of tea. And we will work and hips on the other side. We'll start off with the lift and lower, finish with the clam. So legs, chins parallel to the top of the mat, knees directly out from your hips. Press the bottom leg into the mat. And we lift and lower, up and down. That's it. Oh, goodness. So there's 5, 4, and some days it's going to feel harder to do things. It feels like one of those days for me today. It feels harder. We have to keep going. That's why I kind of called this series The Move with Intention. Oh, if we were just getting onto the mat because we had to, there's a different kind of feeling around that. I have to get on my mat. When there's a willingness and a need to, it feels different mentally. So when I'm having these days of why am I doing this, I come back to my why. What is my purpose? My purpose here is to get more people moving, and I can't do that if I'm broken, even on those days when I feel like I'm broken. All right, we finish off with those clams. So take those heels back in line with your buttocks. Lengthen through the top side waist here. Oh, and I'm not going to get much range here. This leg is fatigued. There's 2. And then this sometimes can be the thing, like this is my worst side. This is the side that's got all the things. Both sides have got it, but this side is worse. And it's really hard. So I'm trying really hard not to give in here and just to take my time and be slow. There's just 3 more for us to do here together. So there's 3. There's 2. And there's that last one. Oh. Come onto our backs and just take a gentle stretch here. If you can take a full pigeon stretch, go for it. But if this is it, it's okay. Golly gee, why am I crying? Good. And then swap the legs on over. And then take that hip stretch on the other side. And then both feet come flat to the mat. Take a little tuck under of the tail. Bring the body on up. Oh. Sweep those arms up and over behind you. And take a full breath in here. Soft exhale breath as you lower down. And I think together we just need to take a moment. A moment to remind ourselves that we are stronger than what our brain tells us. That we are more capable than what our brain tells us. When we're in this moment, when we're in this funky moment. And that we're okay. That we are safe. And that we are loved. And if you're ready to come and close this practice with me today, just take your hands behind your knees, give yourself a little hug. And then come on up. Thanks for letting me shed the tears. So I'm going to go and dance my little heart today. Share my love of movements. Embrace. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.